Welcome to Your Known Unknown, where Source and I will help to shed light on what's unknown for you. This is going to be a reading for any sign, any placement of Capricorn for this happy birthday month that we are in your season of. Is that ending with a proposition? I don't know. But happy birthday to the Capricorns. Kind of a forecasting of guidance between for the dates of December 22nd to January 19th. If you are not a Capricorn and you enjoy these readings, please feel free to go and look up your astrology chart. I would recommend that in general. It's very useful. And you can see on your astrology chart where Capricorn might lie in anywhere of your chart. Do a little research, figure it out, and look up what planet or asteroid or thing that Capricorn is laying in, and look up how it represents us. Type in Google, go into Google and be like, Mars in Capricorn. That's where, or something like that. It's not mine, but for example, or something. Moon in Capricorn, Chiron in Capricorn, retrograde. You can even, if you know more astrology, go look up the degrees that it's in. Those can represent particular decans that even explain more about you than sometimes even you know about yourself. So I highly recommend that. Again, happy birthday to all of these Capricorns. Feel free to go look it up. Like I said, I recommend it. It's very useful just to see if any of this can resonate with you more personally and deeper for messages from you. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Let's into it. Let's pull some cards and see what this month has to bring for us as we experience it. I'm going to have a few more extra cards than I usually use. I'm going to do one of these for Aquarius. I'm going to do one of these for Taurus. I'm going to do one of these for Aries, Pisces, continuously. We're gonna try to do this monthly. Big spread. And along with that, besides that, some daily spreads. As always, breaking the daily spread. So, angel, spirits, guides, ancestors, universe, source, please allow us to see this effectively, efficiently, and clearly for the viewers. Thank you. Show me what we need to see, Spirit. Show us what we need to see. Beautiful. You want 3 cards? Okay. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. I'm also going to do a little more in-depth explanation on these cards too. And read what this, I just realized that these decks have books. I haven't really been looking too much into these books. And this one in particular, they don't want me to use the books for all of them, but this one in particular wants it. Please show me what's that, Spirit. Thank you. There we go. Thank you. The angels are giving you guidance and answering your prayers, yet their messages may seem out of the ordinary and unexpected, so you'll need to use your imagination to understand them. Let go of preconceptions or old beliefs of what won't or can't happen. The angels have unlimited resources, and they've orchestrated a solution that you can see if you believe everything is possible. Yeah, it might be helpful to, journal. Free writing is a very tangible way to express yourself. And just, remember to, practically speaking, the best way to access yourself is to just learn how to relax. You got to learn how to breathe. You got to learn how to take time, and you got to learn how to let some things go. Right? And once that kind of happens, you start to see it, and it starts to kind of fall into place. So read these ones too. That is very interesting too. Go forward fearlessly. Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. Being put in a place of shame, guilt, lack of empowerment, lack of self-esteem. It's crippling, but it's not, I don't want to say like real. It's not that strong, really. It really is very simple to get that what you need. And I feel like the divine is trying to tell you that which you need. And we're overburdened, and our environments are loud. Our cell phones, they cause static, Our thoughts and distractions, they cause static. Our vices cause static. You don't shine through clearly. I'm using those words specifically. Don't shine through just quite as clear as you really intend to. And in order to really do that, you have to start to become proud of, that's a wrong way to say it. Proud of that which you do, of who you are. And that takes a few experiences to experience. That takes a few lessons to learn. If you're looking to better yourself, you recognize you're learning these lessons only to better yourself. So, it's a few instead of a lifelong journey of them. And you're never too old to go forward fearlessly. Don't ever keel over in life, all right? Oh, goodness. Imagination, again. So, yeah. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So practice your imagination. I'm being told that's a really good way to say that. Surrender. All right, Capricorns. Surrender. I can release my need to control. So, okay. And they're both the same color too. Here, I want to show you this real quick too. I really enjoy it when they do this. They're both the same kind of hue of this lavender, I don't know, periwinkle, something like that. I don't really know. I don't really care, but it's very perfect. Okay, I see. Um, this is a very loud message, especially for Capricorn. So this Capricorn energy. Wait, we're gonna pull one more real quick. Hang on a second. Come on, I hear you. Capricorn energy is this karmatic, wisdomful, it's like a feminine energy, but it's ruled by Saturn, you know? It's very masculine energy. And it can be tough on self. It can be, I don't want to say closed minded because it's not like that. What's the words? Brash, stubborn, bold. I don't know. But like, here we have love as well. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And Spirit even gave us another same color. Isn't that something? And when I did have them laid out, they were laid out like that. So that's gorgeous. Thank you, Spirit, for that. All right. These ones are alphabetized. All right. Imagination. By its very nature, the physical body is limited by the three dimensions, but your mind is free to travel without boundaries and merge with the cosmic consciousness. Your mind is the great creator, and your imagination is its toolbox. Everything in life begins with the energy of imagination. Thoughts are real, and they can be manifested, and they can manifest themselves into the physical world. Train your mind to only have positive thoughts, and you will attract positivity into your life. If you can see it, you can be it. Visualize the components that you want in your life, and embrace those thoughts with love, and they will become your reality. Conversely, if your mind strays to negative thoughts, you will only bring that energy to you. Be positive and loving. Imagination is creativity. Express yourself and let imagination assist you in letting go of all creative blocks and allow your dreams to come true. Remember, you are not doing this for other people. It is your soul opening up and singing its own unique song. So, surrender and love. You know, here's the thing for y'all Capricorns. Let me be pretty transparent. I pull a lot of tarot. I'm a Capricorn. I have a lot of Capricorn in my placements. I understand Saturn and the game that we've had to play to get to wherever we're at in this point in our lives. I know what beliefs and things I believed, and I believed in a lot of things that were real stuff. Then I got to a point in my life where these cards really started speaking to me somehow, and I started seeing the not real stuff, all right? And I'm sure a lot of you can resonate with me on this. But these cards don't always speak this way. They don't always show up in these ways. They actually show up in their own unique relationship with the individual pulling them, so I can read them. But you can read them too. You learn to read cards, just in energy in general, the more you practice these. but they don't come up this way. So you can't make these things up. Well, I can't make these things up. I can't speak for other tarot readers. I don't know. But I just gotta like be real. It really blows my mind. If you're not if you don't pull tarot or you don't understand the concept of any of it, check it out and do it. Learn to like try it out for your own well-being, because it's amazing. These messages that can come through, the guidances that come through, and how and when and how strongly you believe in it and want to touch it. It's, I got to admit, it turned into a truly an art form of understanding for me. And the fact that it speaks this way only tells me that it's true messages coming through once in more ways than one. That's for sure. It's unbelievable. And yet the only way it works is I believe it. And we believe it. We feel it. We experience it. So surrender to that which you have, like that which you're experiencing, and just be grateful. It works. Number 5, change. I'm seeing this beautiful kind of seafoam, aqua hue, just very boldly in the whole card. So, yeah. Change is being implemented once surrender really takes place. I'm just going to say, like, surrender and love will make this whole endeavor easier in this month coming up. So Capricorn, just keep doing those practices, and really pushing, persevering for yourself, spiritual partnership. You're developing a better relationship with yourself. The number 9 is sitting here as well. Creativity within a visualized concept, practical engagement in your life, in your picture you're painting. Number 44, environment. Again, this card has been coming up so much, Capricorn, that environment is speaking somehow. Again, look at your planets, look at where Capricorn can lay in your chart, because it will speak to you in different places as towards what environment can represent. Again, I got Capricorn all over the place, and that can speak to everything, so that's big changes coming up. We have to embrace that. And how are we going to embrace that? We are going to that. We're just gonna that right there, what I just did to everything the whole time. Pretty much. Well, we're good with these guys here. So I really like those oracle cards coming out for us. I have a few other ones. I love this deck. It's called the Cemetery Oracle. I found it at Goodwill a while ago, and I was like, okay, cool. I thought it was weird then, and I think it's weird now, but it speaks volumes. And it's got a lot of energy to it, too. The messages that have come through with this deck, I only pull these ones out. Special occasion. Happy birthday, Capricorn. This is like my gift to us, to see what's really real. I've been praying and lighting candle, all kinds of stuff. This is very special. I'm happy to be here with you and share this time with you. Thank you for receiving me. This is number 4 on the interim card. These cards are really cool. Interim. I don't really know what interim means. My apologies. I've never really experienced that word before. Oh, okay, well. Interim. Try to move beyond the present. Okay, yeah, we're just going to go forward with that. I don't understand what it means, but that's huge. Uh, giving me some irony. They're giving me some irony over here. Thanks, guys. What are you gonna do, right? They tried to test me right there. See, that's what that was. They wanted to see if it would throw me off, but it doesn't. And please stop it. We're trying really hard here. Next up, number 1 on the remembrance card. I'm hearing honor your past. Okay. What can your ancestors teach you? Capricorns. Maybe you're diving deep into self-introspection along with maybe ancestral introspection or ancestral inspection. You know, maybe you're really interested on your roots, who you are, what makes your ticker tick. Maybe. And maybe that's exactly the kind of connection that you need. Capricorns are very deep feelers, regardless what people say. And with that deep feeling comes a really deep connection, whether you're aware of it or not. A lot of your feelings kind of come from sensations, probably. Just because of you being a Capricorn. You know, you're the old soul there in the zodiac. So you really do have a deep, earthy, rooted connection. And what's one of the best representations of Earth? Human beings, ancestors, our past, our blood, our name, our values, morals, and you can be spicy and choose to resent that, or you can honor it. You can honor it, you know? I feel like that's just such less energy exhausted than fighting and resenting it. And hey, Capricorn, you know, relax a bit. It is what it is, you know? Learn how to do that. Okay. And I think it'll go really far here coming up. I feel like it will move mountains. I have some runes too. We're pulling some runes for us today, Capricorn. And I'm still learning them, so please forgive me for butchering these, I'm sure. Algiz, protection, self-defense. Yeah, ancestors are protecting you. I'll just tell you, the more you put faith in them, the more they can protect you too. The more you believe in them, the more they protect you too. You know, the more you believe in anything, I mean, not everything has to work out for you, but the more you believe in anything, the more it works out for you. The more it shows up for you, the more it does for you. So, pray. Do research. Make a conscious note in your mind that you're interested in receiving guidance towards understanding who you are. That simple. I think that that's the most practical statement that you can, like affirmation, you can say something along those lines that will allow spirit to know your intention. You connect in with that. You say thank you, and then just be looking for. Don't be feeling looking. Just be yourself looking for nudges in the right direction. If that makes any sense. I very much hope it does. It makes sense to me. Should I pull another room for that too? Okay, we're going to pull another room. And I am hearing that being very ancestral just because the rune that came out too. I have two separate rune, not decks, rune, in this bag, pulling that for different reasons. On another note, Urus, strength, determination, and freedom. Capricorns. I'm getting a lot of feelings right now about you resenting something taking a lot of work and action to do that's hurt you in the past, that you've given up, that we don't want to do again. But you know what? It's the answer because you've thought about it this whole time that Pluto has been in your sign and now Sun poking out in your sign. This is really the first time in years that you're feeling on your birthday month after this amazing solstice that just happened, as the moon is, what is the moon on Christmas? It's in Scorpio. I think there's a full moon in Capricorn coming up or something. Maybe that's in Cancer. But regardless, illuminating the other aspect of the zodiac for yourself too, which hits you just as hard. You know, you got your masculine Capricorn and feminine Cancer. Anything that happens to Cancer affects you, you know, and vice versa. They just are interchangeable with each other just because they're across each other. But yeah, it's just such a transformative and illuminating birthday month for us as we get to start to see where we're at. I don't want to say the fruits of our labor because it's just where we're at. Maybe some of us have had a really hard time doing anything, and that for a Capricorn, lacking in true self purpose and direction sucks. And I think the light has been shown a lot lately on how what we fucking deserve, man. Like, what? I think you're coming up with shit tons of ideas, and I think you're coming up with all kinds of things, and I think you just need to express it as your imagination, right? That's really what it is. You're not going crazy, and don't overwhelm yourself. Do things practically as possible. Practically as possible. We're going to pull some tarot cards. Oh, you want to pull another rune spirit? No, we're good. Okay, we're going to pull some tarot cards We're see the outcome here towards the end of the month. Try to at least. Maybe a few cards throughout it. I love this deck. They always do have great guidance. I'll do seven deck one here. We're gonna try to. All right. Shedding burdens. Okay, yeah. Oh, I see. There's a weight on you still currently. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Fool card reversed here. Do you want me to read it as reversed here? Do you want me to flip it around? All right. Oh. Be careful of really overdoing it yourself. Like, because of all those ideas that you've been having, it's easy to say, especially when you're in a really positive mood, trying to be at least, when you are surrendering, when you're going with the flow, when you're in your work as a Capricorn, it is very easy to say yes to everything just because you're so damn capable, That's pretty much it. You are extremely... It'll throw you off kilter if you get too much going, and it will drop you like whatever, like it's hot. So really prioritize what is a priority. What is a priority to you? I think that's the best way to be creative. I think being creative really should just be like, if you're... I think we should all do that one thing that we don't want to do. I think we should all do that. Try it out. Try to find the time to do it and see what happens with it. Try it out. Try it out this month. That's it. Just the one thing. The one thing. That's the important thing there. And try it out. Justice card. Because given this time right now, especially for us hitting our birthday month, it's really potent. It's kind of like planting the seed for the next chapter to come, okay? That's kind of why this is so important. That's kind of why it feels this way. We also have determination, the Prince of Swords. I'm just pulling a bunch of cards real quick. Hang on a second. Do you want that to be reversed? Okay. Okay, I see it. So Two of Pentacles, change at the throat. You have resilience of the third eye. Yeah, the ancestor energy coming through in the third eye as well for this month. So for real, tap into your nature. Whatever you like to do, do it. Because you've always been guided your whole life. Let me just put it this way. Things you liked to do when you were a kid, try doing them again. That's a very fun way to experience some connection. And maybe just try to remember that while you're enjoying it, like, you were guided back then. You thought you made those choices, but you didn't. You were guided. And chances are you were guided by your ancestors who love you so dearly. And you, especially the deceased family members, they love you so dearly, and they're there. And they've always been whispering in our ears and shifting us, along with all kinds of other things that we believe in and let into our energy field. But as a kid, only connected guides are allowed to shift you. And through this month, like, your energy is shifting. We don't have any real I don't know, I guess we do, but we don't have like any real deep connection. It's all moving into the age of Aquarius. That's all I'm getting at. And so, like, pray and just like experience yourself, and you have this protection about your awareness and your thoughts that's giving you this allowance to see things pretty damn clearly. If something's not working for you, you know it. If you don't like something, you know it. Yeah, you also know that you let yourself slide. You also know you like to treat yourself, blah, 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 blah. But, like, you know it. And now is a perfect time to, like, change it. Because it will be easier now than it will be later. And stay changed, too. That is the tough part for a lot of us Capricorns. We go, but, like, we do like to slip back down the mountain sometimes, too. We gotta remember not to do that. We got burdens in the root chakra. Yeah, you'll become unstable if you run down the mountain, hitting all the rocks and stuff, Be calculated to a degree. You have the Fool, and I'm reading it reversed at the solar plexus. Not reversed Fool, but I'm reading it as inward, self to self. There's this traveling essence to this card where your creativity is really wanting to exude out of yourself. And you need to find a way to do that. It will be healthy to do that. You work, you work, you work, you work. Well, unless you're toxic, don't overwork yourself. But for a Capricorn, work comes with a lot of pride and purpose, and it gives us a real nature to us. And like it helps. We love to work. There's nothing wrong with that. If you really truly enjoy working and can find a solid compromise within your reaction to responses, and can balance your shit, then you've got it. And enjoy your day to day while you slowly progress 1% at a time. For a lot of people just beginning their journey, that's kind of tough to do. But this month coming up will allow a lot of availability for that pathway to be seen clearly. Justice at the solar plexus. This is going to be a month of you weighing out your self-trust to yourself. You're going to be like, if you want this, you're going to have to get this. But if you keep doing this, you're going to be like that kind of thing. So, like, you want that good body? Start finding ways to work out and making it fun. Do it. Push through the pain. Yes, it's going to suck at first. Yes, it's going to hurt. But eventually, it's not going to hurt anymore. And damn it, Capricorn, you know that's worth it. All right? You know that's well worth it in the long run, because you've went this long, and with this transcendence into Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, and the removal of those energies from our souls, now our time is like very, very, it's raw, man, and it is vibrant, and it's like, it's like an eggshell cracking. That's what I'm getting. The crown chakra is just with rainbows and lights and everything. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a soul party, It's starting to be. And so your justice is telling us that it's up to you. And with that, you kind of have a choice to make. And yes, of course, the divine is weighing that choice with us, for us, but by us too. So they're okay with whatever you choose, ultimately. But you're not going to be okay with whatever you choose. You don't want to be a sorry, whatever. You don't want to feel sorry about yourself. You don't want to feel bad. You want to feel good about yourself. What makes you feel good? I'm not saying you have to have a great body. I'm just saying, like, you got to, like, feel good about whatever you do. That's the key. You got to try to feel good about whatever you do. That's even more of the key. You just have to try. And again, it's a practice. That's it. If you somehow found a way to navigate your life to a point where you are less stubborn than I am, I'm sure you'll have an easier time. And it might last a little, be not so long of a journey. But kudos to you for that. Probably have really cool placements in your chart that allow you to do that. But we're all complete in our own ways. We all have our ups and downs in one way or fashion. So it's like, we're even too. But still, it's cool you can do that. Because my journeys have seemed to take a long time to get to these aspects. And I'm grateful that they are and finally here. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time being weighed out, so to say. Being given what I've deserved, and this energy, I think, and I feel like you're getting a boost of energy. That's what I'm saying. It's raw now. It's birthing. It's fresh. And that's when it's easiest to do it. Like I said earlier, because they really wanted me to say this. It's justice, not quite judgment. All right, so this energy is coming through as do what you want with it, but we're giving you an extra boost of ignition, basically. Like they've done this thing with me where I needed help quitting smoking, and so I prayed, and they gave me an outlet. Basically, they gave me an out. One day they made it a little bit easier for my mind to not go crazy about the fix that I was getting, and I rode that for weeks, and then you slip up, and then they're like, yeah, it's not going to be that easy next time because you just kind of fucked with the gift we gave you. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. They're like, but it can't be. You can pray extra hard, or you can give an offering of some sort, put something special on your altar. You can make it better. They love us. They love us truly. They let us do whatever we really want to do. Unless you're trying to discipline and learn some stuff. And then some other energies come through and they're hard on your ass. But you're getting an extra little ease because of happy birthday kind of thing. So try to consciously shift your focus to a more positive and productive mindset, I'd say. Change sitting at the throat. Oh, determination. I'm sorry. Sitting at the heart. Oh, driven right now. You're going to be I feel like you're going to be very driven about this. Lots of ideas. You're going to be thinking a lot about this. You're going to be very determined to start to figure out using this help that's coming through to come out on top. I think that this is a very long game-esque energy as well, especially with the solar plexus. This is like major arcana soul level transformation happening with this energy. So ride that wave, tune in with that frequency, and stop thinking. Let your heart do the thinking. Okay? Let your mind do the deciphering and figuring out, but let your heart do all the thinking and knowing that you can. And practice that. Get out of here. And practice that. At the throat chakra, we have the Two of Pentacles reversed, which is change. But you want it reversed? You got it right side up. Oh, a good way through this month, you'll be really working on redirecting and reframing how you speak with yourself with a fair and understanding balance. I think it'll be soft at first. I think that you've learned that you've been through a lot. Yeah. And I think the shroud of those heavy energies that have been on us for years, that are finally transitioning into a different sign, I'm so grateful for it. And it's about, divine timing took a lot of patience, as they say. So I think that the practices will become a little simpler, truer, and with that, stronger and more tangible, more visual, more literal, Practice work with kind words and believing in your heart. Just try it. Nobody has to really know that you're doing it, It's all in your mind anyways. So you can do that. Try doing that. I see it coming in. I see this is what's coming in as the outcome. Resilience at the third eye with the Nine of Wands. That's what I was saying with the ancestors. I feel like you have a lot of energies that are protecting your mind's eye from the chaos and the negative thoughts, and they're making it stronger to control your mind and learn how to play these games that everybody's preaching and influencing about. That really does kind of work if you're aware of it in the moment and you practice these things. So those thoughts that stop you from making bad decisions, or things that you know hurt you, or the comfortable choices are the deadly ones too. That's the other thing. It's these thoughts that are being like, oh, okay, I need to work out tonight. Okay, and I tell myself, I need to work out tonight. I need to work out tonight when I get home. I need to work out. I get home. I try to set up my environment to make it as easy as I can for me to now discipline myself to work out. And yet, it's very easy for me to not do it still. Not a whole lot of willpower being practiced there, but we're working on it. But I have done it. And what it took for me to do it was, instead of overthinking it all day long, I knew I was going to do it. I didn't think about it at all. The second I got home, first thing I did while I was like changing out of my work clothes was throw that yoga mat on the floor and take off my shoes. And I'm like, word. I started doing it. That first day sucked. But I didn't overthink it. And I didn't think myself into catatonic nothingness, right? So that overthinking is very prominent in a Capricorn. We know a lot. I feel like these chewing goats, I feel like they're actually pretty dang ornery and pretty dang ingenious if you think about it. The simplest things are the smartest, right? And I think that they kind of know the whole mountainside. You kind of have already thought about the next step the whole time. So overthinking kind of comes with it because you've anticipated and learned how to anticipate. It comes natural with these clairs and stuff that you as an old soul have, so you're experiencing it regardless, and you just think that it's you. Now you're a Capricorn. Or you have Capricorn placements, and so it's different pieces of your emotional body expressing stuff to you. Or how you function expressing stuff to you now once you learn what you are. Anyways, at the crown we have transition, 6 of Swords. Opening up to a new layer. Your crown coming through mainly in this month is opening up this new, like you found this new things that you're interested in as well by giving up a lot of these burdens, especially from your past that you have been working on. But you've come up with these new interests, these new things that are being called to you that you're kind of drawn into in the past, especially the recent past, as things in the shadow of being illuminated, especially. And this is showing me a lot more functional thoughts and ideas that are being downloaded. Things that, let's just say, are pertaining towards like how to function a business, or how to upgrade your, your brand, your marketing, like who you are, like vamping up, because you're finally getting some confidence and some footing about you and understanding what it is that you're becoming more interested in. You kind of got over that resistance you had towards seeming stupid and ignorant about a new passion hobby. Like, a lot of us got pretty traumatized in the in the past, and that set us off with a lot of disbeliefs. And in order to like heal aspects, especially if you didn't have a healer, to heal a lot of aspects, we kind of neglected some other ones. And so you're like, we're healing, but we're still a little crooked. And you're learning that, and you've accepted that, or are accepting that. Regardless, the action and intent of accepting that offers less resistance, especially with downloads in your crown. And the more that you believe with it, the more downloads you get. And then if you follow your heart or your dreams, like, you start to see that and are guided. And these guidances coming through are these downloads on how to succeed. Lots of success thoughts coming through, lots of downloads coming through. Maybe you got to cut out some things. Maybe you have to start doing some things. Maybe you have to create some things and build some things. It doesn't matter. This is a big energy of success, thoughts, self-success. So I'm not saying financial, no guarantees or promises. Whatever success means to you, the answers are coming through. They will come through at the perfect moments too. Be aware of them. They don't just pop in for no reason. You're on a vibration for some reason at any given point in time. So the thoughts that you're experiencing are a representation of the frequency you're experiencing in your own bandwidth of experience. If your thoughts are generally negative, you probably have a shitty situation. You probably got to fix it. If your thoughts are generally positive or whatever, you probably have a decent environment about you and a decent upbringing or whatever, background. I don't know. To each their own. But they explain where you're at, what you're experiencing, literally. We have the Three of Wands at the root. Dude. The Hermit reversed at the sacral. The King of Pentacles at the solar plexus. What it's going to take for us to get to the places we got to get to hear, see, and be all that we can be. We got the Queen of Cups at the heart in the determination. You're needing to look in a place of love. Needing to search from a place of love, I'm being told. You will be. Seven of Wands reversed at the throat. Three of Wands at the root. Yeah, instead of overburdening yourself, you're gonna start to narrow down the creator hobby passion thing. It's worth it, and you know that. You know that everything has a piece in the puzzle somehow, some way, and I think a lot of aspects have been presenting itself as reflections of yourself, and a lot of that has been down, but you're doing something that there is one thing out of all this stuff that you want to do and see and feel about, and like you see other people doing, and all these representations that the universe is mirroring back to you. There's one thing that you do best, that you know that, and you are either not doing it yet, or you want to, or you're starting it. Either way, in the month of January, it is becoming clear what this is going to be. And you're finding this out, and so you're narrowing down your to-do lists on the days, Again, and I've been hearing this a lot lately, so I'll quote this maybe not verbatim, but a person underestimates what they can accomplish in a year, but overestimates what they can accomplish in a day, in just one day. And that's really key here. That's really key here. That's why I said earlier, just do one thing. That one thing you want to do. Try doing that. Really try finding the set aside of time to focus and do that. Don't distract yourself with every other thing that's important to do. Turn that one thing into a priority. That's the power of it. Make it become important to you that you experience trying that one thing out, because damn it, your life might depend on it. It might be the last day you're around, right? Just tell yourself like that. Be like, I have to do it tomorrow. What if today's my last day? I might want to go try to make these things, or whatever. Like, there's that one thing that I'm just not doing that I know I want to do, that I know would be interesting. I don't know if it'll pay off, though. So, do that thing. Maybe it will pay off, right? You won't know until you do. At the third eye, we have the Six of Wands. We have the Hermit reverse at the sacral. I'm hearing a lot more to find a journey within. You kind of have to go connect without. You have to go and connect a little bit outside of your comfort zone. You have to go and meet people. You have to connect, like drawing a complete blank on the terms here. Network. Yeah, you gotta go network. You gotta connect. Thank you, Spirit. And that doesn't have to be like out of your comfort zone. You can do it from home. Like, you can do enough from home to make a push forward in whatever you're trying to do. Like, seriously, if you have any business at all, it should probably have a website, just because if you want more money, a lot of people use websites. And so if you want to be found more, it's a better way for people to reach out to you. You have a website, you have an easy email, you have a phone number, and shoot, even nowadays, add a text line. You can have a text line. Even for the old folks to have around, still have a mailing address. Well worth it. And these are things that we slowly take the time to set up, and we invest in, and we start to learn to invest in ourselves, and we start to express our imagination, right? And we start to surrender to our true nature, and we start to love and feel good about what the F we're doing. At the solar plexus with this Justice card, King of Pentacles coming through. So that energy that's coming through in this month is extremely directional towards your success. That's why I'm getting at this. And at the Crown. Yes. Okay. 2 cards at the Crown as well. That's such a nice reading. Thank you, Spirit. Queen of Cups at the heart, with the determination, with that. What would the page be? Prince would be Knight of Swords. I see. Cutting out distractions that are distracting your heart. There's things you like to do, and then there's things that are great, like good for you to do. Capricorn. And that chaos gives a Capricorn a reason to express emotions, but maybe you should find a better outlet to express your emotions, because it'll allow you to be a more stoic, nurturing, compassionate, honest, well-rounded person. And this Queen of Cups is saying, like, love what you're doing. Go find something that you love to do. That gives you a sense of pride at the end of each day. These are both court cards too. So this is like a longer than normal endeavor. You know, it can't just be some thing short every. It can't just be something. It has to be a true investment in yourself, and you have to like to do it. You have to learn to like to do it. Try that out. It's going to be a heavy month for shifting into that energy and making something come from it, because it's you, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna be moving through emotions. You're going to be releasing a lot. You're going to be healing. You're going to be drinking the waters of everlasting life. You know, but it's going to be good for you. And here at the throat, 7 of Wands reversed. Also change. You're not taking shit, but you're not dishing shit either. I've heard you've kind of learned how to be able to put out a fire, which is really, really good. You've kind of learned how to put out or smother the fire, snuff out the fire. That's okay. Snuff out the fire. It's not so violent. No, not violent, but you know. You know, in my opinion, fires don't like to be blown out. They like to be snuffed out. It's a thing of respect to the element itself. It's kinder, respectful. And with people's stuff, other people's crap and emotions, maybe their arguments, whatever, you've learned quite how to be easy about it. Whether it's graceful about it or whether you're actually charismatic or whatever about it, I don't know. But you found this way to, yeah, whatever, not my problem. And not make big deals out of it. Not live these false battles. Not need to dominate. And you've learned to really put it in, like, control it. And that's very good. Emotions. And direct them where appropriately as well. And a stronger sense of that will be coming through in this month too. You will be refining that. At the third eye, we have the 6 of Wands. Going on with resilience. There is protection. There is achievement. These ideas coming through, I'd say start learning to write things down, taking notes for yourself so you don't have to overwhelm yourself with them. I think it would be very important and very helpful if we really had an idea notebook. Seriously, like just a little pocket notebook. You can start writing things down somehow, some way, or text them on your phone or something like that. And just saving them, they will help with your imagination. You can label it all later. You can really think about it later if you want to, refine them, whatever. But just to go through the day so you don't have to like sit and really think things, like you don't have to exert too much energy, because a lot of things will be coming through and you will be having a lot of epiphanies and aha moments and realizations and what have you. Sorry. And you can practice letting go, or you can retain it and you can store it and somehow document it for a later date to come back to if you want to. And it would be great to see that and see what sticks out and resonates with you. Sitting at the crown chakra. Transition, 6 of Wands. We also have 8 of Cups mixed with the Strength card. So you are procuring the strength to overcome and see the imbalances in your life. A lot of these downloads coming through are just exactly what I've been explaining. You're getting these shadows. The shadow self is being presented. You're being able to label that which inside of you as devil versus spirit, and recognize what voice is guiding how and what's so loud, and it's allowing you to leave the things that no longer serve you, that have allowed you to feel burdened here in the past. And the energy is coming through with just an extra oomph of love and strength from the divine for you to be the best you that you are, and that we get to begin to be as well. That's a very key note there. Write that down. Right. Last but not least, thanks for being with me today. I got one more card deck for us. I got the Blind Spot Oracle. We're going to see that which we cannot see and has not been seen yet. It's a very powerful reading coming through for January. It's very transformative, and if you choose to view it as such, it's going to be very positive and very illuminating. Would you think you pulled that one right there? And transformative and rebirthing. It's about time that we get to see things work out for the Capricorns that have had to go on this journey of, especially Chiron being around there and everything like that. It's been so heavy, and this is finally just more of a freeing energy that's coming about us. We're not feeling so shackled to our past, to our burdens, to our shames, to our negative feelings, and it is golden. This one in particular. Number 48. It's always a good reading when your throat starts to get sore towards the end. Lots of energy coming through, lots of talking too. It's a long message. Scarcity, number 48. If you have drawn this sigil, you are falling into scarcity thinking, and it is causing you to think, speak, and act in ways that do not benefit you or other people. It may cause you to make choices that are not the right ones. We are apt to jump on the first offer we get when we are desperate to sell. We take jobs we hate when we need to pay the bills. If our family was poor, we tend to either hoard our money so as to avoid ever being without it, even when we really need it. Or we never save our money for the long run because we feel our money will vanish or be taken away if we don't immediately spend it on something we want. We tend to believe that the perceived value of something is higher and of better quality when we think it is rare or difficult to acquire. We assume that someone is a better catch when they are taken. We also take people who are a bad catch when we assume that there is a scarcity of good catches out there. If we are desperate for money, we may act totally out of alignment with our integrity and commit a crime or in order to get money. If you have drawn this sigil, look at the things that you are thinking and saying and doing when you perceive there to be scarcity. If you have drawn the sigil, do anything you can to move into the perception of abundance instead of scarcity. This could mean move into a mentality of abundance in general in your life, or it could mean move into abundance mentally relative to the specific situation at hand. What would you say, think, and do if you knew that there was plenty of fish in the sea? The reality is that your perception of scarcity is making you susceptible to manipulation. It is leading you closer and closer to a mistake. It is making you more and more of a match to scarcity and lack of abundance. In order to get closer to your core truth in the current situation, it may help to ask yourself, what would I do in this situation if I had all the money in the world? Even though this may not be your current reality, it's showing you the choice your heart wants to make. The choice that if you could just figure out how to make it happen is right for you personality. If you have drawn this sigil, you have all kinds of perceptions, beliefs, information, valid feelings, and valid experiences that are telling you that scarcity is the reality. But what you do not see is that even if they are valid, they are not currently an accurate reflection of reality. Really, really, really have faith and trust in yourself. Trust in your guides. Are we afraid of losing something? Are we afraid or falling into a trap of jumping on the first thing? Are we? The Death card reversed. Yeah, so with that, watch out for not doing too much. It's very important that we practice retention of self and energy being exuded. Very important. 8 of Wands reversed. Very, very important. Blockage at the root. 8 of Wands. Oh, Emperor. My apologies. There's something hindering your creativity. You need to let go of a few things that will allow your thoughts to relax a little bit. So you're kind of the one creating your environment. Watch out for that. Be careful. Ace of Wands. What do they need to watch out for, Spirit, in the month of January for the birthday of Capricorn signs? Yeah. So at the crown lot, watch out for being over egotistical, thinking you know or can expect everything. First off, blockages of egotism are pretty strong, being a strong potential as you start to feel really good. So don't, be careful. Also be careful of detrimental thoughts that will leave you hindering. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Let's just put it that way. Whatever that means to you, don't put yourself in harm's way. There's a potential of doing that. Potential of not utilizing your thoughts too. Watch out for lack of application of the downloads being given to you. That's very key. The spirits and divine want to know that you're appreciative, and you will get more ideas the more that you apply these ones. So if you can train your mind to only have one real thought at a time, I mean it does, but focus is the key word there. Focus on one real thought at a time. 1911919 on the clock when I said that. Then you can start to really hone in, not losing track, you really start to gather Where is it? Sorry, I put it away. You start to get more because they recognize that and they're more powerful, and then they're truer. Then you really start to see like what's a download and then what's an idea that you have, and the idea is kind of one of those downloads. But you're gonna have to like really want to be open to not controlling your mind. So try to do that, and how we do that is by doing things. Doing things. Literally. Oh, that's a good idea. I'll go do that. Go do that. Go do that. Don't think about it. Go do it. That's what we're watching out for here. Watch out for the energies of procrastination coming through. And watch out for not trying new things. Like, watch out for the repetitive patterns of dumb shit that we've done in the past. Don't do that. Don't fall into those old patterns and habits. At the third eye, Wheel of Fortune. Watch out for not being open-minded as well. Watch out for your thoughts seeming closed. So we're going to not control our thoughts. We're just going to let them flow while we're doing. But we're also going to be open-minded to the potential of all the ideas that can come through, because you might have some really good ideas. And so what are we going to do? We're going to write those down real quick in our notebook. We're going to be like, that's a cool one. Done. Put it in the pocket. Turn the podcast back on. Whatever you want to do. Turn the music back on. Doesn't matter. Get going again. Don't stop. That's how you're going to do it. You want to try to do that as a practice, I'd say. That would probably be the coolest thing to do. That's what I'm told to say. It's very practical. It's a possibility is all I'm saying if you want to. At the throat chakra, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Nine of Wands. Watch out for reaction. We want to respond. I'm saying watch out for emotionally draining yourself too. Try to get good rest. Try to eat good food. Try to make sure you take care of yourself so you can regulate. You can self-regulate. Watch out for lack of self-regulation here. Don't let your actions nip you in the butt and make you have to cut things out. I feel like if you're patient, if you're calm, cool, collected, if you're at least methodical, or if you just let Big Daddy Saturn and karma play its game for you, it allows your game to be out of your control and you're just riding it and winning the whole time. Period. If you cannot, your truth is your truth. Nobody else has to believe your truth. All right, let's just put it that way. Your truth is your truth. So why shove it in somebody else's face? It's the best way I can put that right there. Be careful of that energy coming through where you feel like somebody has to understand what you're experiencing in order to connect. No, fuck that. You're the only person who gets to experience your experience. You're not alone. Other people are experiencing their own experiences too. That's how we learn to relate with one another. So we're wanting to learn, though, how to relate and respond, not react, therefore repel, you know? Thank you. That was cool. I was saying that. Watch out for the energies. Ace of Wands in reverse at the heart. Yeah, lack of action, lack of initiation on anything. Again, don't overthink yourself into whatever. Like, get up, get it going, done, and do it. It's cool for you to do. Like, you're safe to do it, and it's worth it. Because worst comes to worst, you can just forget about it, go on to the next thing. You know, like, it's not that big of a deal at all. I promise you. It's really, really not. Regardless wherever you're at in this world or at in your life, you are a very capable human being. And I have faith in you for being able to just do the lightest things ever. And even if you fail at something, I have faith that you won't fail again at some point at something else. I promise you that you'll succeed at something else. You could fail 1,000 times, but I bet 1,001. And I would love to hold your hand the whole time doing it. You should want to hold your hand the whole time doing it. You should try something. Try another thing. Try one more thing. And they can be little. You could take steps to practical steps, tiny steps. Like one day you build a paper airplane, and then the next day you build a Lego house, and then like the next day you build a Hot Wheels track, and then the next day you build a obstacle course in your backyard, and then the next day you and your friends get together and build a I don't know, clubhouse in the woods out of like natural stuff, you know? Build a fort. There you go. Stuff like that. Very practical small steps that just engage you and create this snowball effect. And we want to watch out for whatever stops that this month in yourself. Whatever your ego says, we want to put a pin in it and tell it to shush for a little bit, kindly. Because that little kid in you reacts some way that doesn't let you get a progressive views way. It holds you back because it needs to get what it wants, and you have to not, and kindly not, and nurturing it not, and explain it not why, and allow it to be like, okay, and you're like, okay. So whatever stops that snowball effect from rolling and getting you going, watch out for that energy really holding you back there in this month of January coming up. 8 of Wands, reverse, the solar plexus. At the solar plexus, watch out for doing things too fast as well. Be thoughtful about the choices you make. Like, again, you have this real opportunity to shape what you're achieving with the new year energies of the new year to come to. Just after the solstice, now we're in Capricorn, going and descending into the other parts of the wheel of the year. Like, you have this real chance to start to build, and you want to be thoughtful about it. So, and I say thoughtful kind of ironically, but I'm saying thoughtful like you want to be conscientious of it, but you want to be driven from here. You don't want to just go to get your thing done and taken care of. No, create it. Don't let the energy of that perfectionism come through to even just maybe like a month from now make you be like, oh, well, that thing looks like shit. Yeah, you're not gonna like it if you don't put your heart into it. You can't just go for the sake of going. You do have to have an intention behind whatever you're doing. So whatever you're doing, give it a chance. That one thing. Can't just, I mean, you can't like get up. The reason why I said earlier, get up and go and try it one time. There's that one thing. Just get up and do it. You might like it. Well, give it a chance. And watch out for the energy of not giving it a chance. It will help play off. At the solar plex, or at the sacral, death card, reverse, at the sacral. There are things hindering your creativity. There are things filling up your time that you need to release. Maybe these blockages can include screen time, vices, negative toxic thoughts, patterns, habits, hobbies, things that do not benefit you. Get rid of them, remove them from your environment. I don't care. Cold turkey, easy squeezy, lemon peasy, whatever you want. It's very crucial because these are draining, and these are what put you in that vibration to have these scarcity thoughts. They put you there when you're like, oh, I'm going to be without later. I better resupply on my whatever, my fucking vape juice or my fucking I'm almost out of food. I need more food. I'm almost out of chocolate. I need more chocolate. Stuff like that. Oh no, I'm on to the next thing. I'm here. I'm a hedon. I'm a hedon. No, Capricorn, you are a hedon. You need to control that ego side of you because hedonism is very root chakra, very toxic to live in that behavior. Okay, it's fine to dip your toes into. Very healthy. Have fun. Splurge sometimes, but control that. And the death card energy, watch out for it controlling you. That's all I'm saying. It's safe to change. In fact, the experience of it advances you. At the root chakra, the Emperor reversed. Yeah, again, be careful of just not doing. Not helping yourself. Not creating the future that you know you want. That you know you are. I love this quote I just heard and it just popped into my head. Maybe the reason why you really want something for yourself is because your future self already has it. You know? That is huge. The fact that I want to do or be something, maybe that so badly. Like imagine that, those things in you that you're like, God, that'd be so cool if I had that much money, you know? And you're like, really though? Especially as a Capricorn, Mr. and Mrs. Old Soul over there, you really do know how to tap into your feelings really well. And you have this sense about you. You have a very nifty sixth sense of achievement and understanding and intuition that you might or might not be aware of. Well, that, hey, you know, maybe ride with that for motivational manifestation. You know, maybe just ride with it. Anyways, we are complete. Happy birthday, Capricorns. That was fun. Thanks for sticking with me here to the end. Lots of cards here, lots of messages here, but more directly, it's a lot of pathways all leading to the same destination for this Capricorn collective, or the energies that reside within you that you are focusing in intuitively residing with now, resonating with now. Like, I think one for sure, but I think two stelliums of Capricorn, let alone my sun sign and my north node. That's nuts, you know? Oh, I got one stellium, but I have like 6 or 7 planets in Capricorn. I got all these other fun ones too that are really cool, and these powerful ones. See, like the Capricorn ones are in more deeper ones. They're more like in my Uranus and Neptune, and I have Saturn and Capricorn too. Like all these fun ones, and so yeah, I can feel where these energies resonate, Cappy, and I think that you're going to be very pleased with yourself if you really try to show up for yourself, even just the slightest bit every day. It's just worth it. Like, you could look or seem a type of way, but who cares, bro? You're just showing up, and that's really all that counts. You could be so unfit and like new to the gym, wanting to like build your self-confidence, and you just do not feel self-confident. That's why you gotta push, is because that not feeling self-confident is the devil holding you back in your thoughts. That's the ego saying, no, I want to be comfortable and I deserve it. Yeah, you have worked a hard day. Now you deserve to go and push your body harder so tomorrow's work day is not so shitty, so to say. It might take a couple of weeks, but that's where that Eight of Wands reversed is saying, watch out for that energy, that mindset of, but it might take a couple weeks, damn it. No. All good things take time. So give it a minute. It's 1 month. You got 12 more or 11 more, you know. And you're at the beginning of the month, so don't quit this weekend kind of thing. I know y'all. I know what you like to do. If it's not paying off, you're like, bah. If you don't know it's going to pay off, you're like, bah. And these cards are saying that you don't know what it is, but it's there and you are tapping into it. And so be aware of it coming in, whatever it is for you. It's going to be very cool. This is going to be a very cool chapter in the next bit for anything Capricorn. It's going to be a fun new feeling, sensation, vibration. Tune in, resonate, be sound, we say. Thanks. Let me throw that in there. So we're complete. I'm going to leave it here. Again, thank you for sticking with me this whole time. It has been fun to read for you, and thank you for receiving me. I'm going to take a deep breath to seal the deal. And send some good energies out to the Capricorn fam. You can join me, take a deep breath if you would like to with me, please. All right. See y'all on the daily spread. Happy birthday, Capricorns.